Okay. Let me do this. Okay. How about this one? I yeah. Can you tell me? Parang nabunot ata pala yung plug. Sorry. Yeah. Kaya nagtataka ako. Yeah, I think nabunot yung plug ng microphone. All right, I apologize for that. But thank you so much for the guys online with me now for letting me know. Okay? So balik lang tayo ulit ha. Right? Kaya pala, sabi ko gumagalaw yung feeder pero hindi naman, wala daw audio. All right, okay na. Good, wonderful. Balikan ko lang mabilis ha. All right, tanggalin natin yung mga objects na yan ulit para maintindihan natin. Okay, sabi ko nga kanina, eto po. All right? Okay. So, I'm looking at AUD USD. All right. We are on the 1st of June. Okay. Midweek. It's Wednesday. And we are just replotting the levels and kung saan yung ating support or resistance. Now, for me, for the people who were asking, I hope this session would address that question. All right. How far do you go back when you're drawing support and resistance? Okay. So to answer that, all right, I usually start with at least the first 3 months data. All right, so let me just zoom in a bit. Okay, so the first 3 months data, if you have this period separator right here, so this is by the way on the daily chart. Okay, daily. All right, so one vertical line to the next is equivalent to 1 month. Okay, so I usually start with at least 3 months of data. So if this is just the previous month, May, right? Then this is the one before, April. Then you have your March there. Anyway, nag-iisa pa lang naman yung bar natin for June. So technically, this is the data that I want to check first. All right? So if I will focus there, right? So dito, ang ating magiging recent na ceiling na tinatry niya i-break, which actually nag-breakout naman na siya. Okay? If you want to be a little conservative, for some, they go back more than 3 months. So if you notice, yes, you can adjust that level somewhere here as well. Okay? So there's no right or wrong horizontal line, right, or support and resistance. It depends on what the trader wants to see, right? And it depends on what the trader sees as well. Okay? Yung unang tingin. So parang ganyan. Kung ito yung nakikita nyo, ito yung nakikita nyo. So pwede nyo rin po yan ganyan. Okay? Alright? So sabi nga din nila, for some, they set a rule na they want to see 3 or more bars touching that horizontal line for it to be considered a relevant support or resistance. Okay, so it really depends on how you want to plot. But for me, what I am looking for is when the price or where the price usually reverses. Parang ganito, reversal, right? Though ito hindi masyado, but this one is a reversal. Yes, if you go back to the bar chart, this is a reversal right here. Okay, then look at that. Then the price is trying to go and test that level. The previous ceiling, or sorry, the previous floor that was broken is now being tested as a ceiling, right? So eventually the price have broken through. All right, and as mentioned, Monday, we were expecting from here, we were expecting for a little pullback, which is already happening, and it is testing this horizontal line now as we speak. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yan yung ating magiging current na floor, right? If it holds there, right? Then, the next ceiling will be somewhere here for me, right? Taking this as the highest, or if not, you can go and check this one. Pero pag bumalik ka sa bar mo, konting adjustment na lang yan, right? To make that touch right there. So, sabi ko nga, if you apply the rule of having 3 or more bars touching your horizontal line from the current, right? Then you have these reversals right here backing up the current resistance. So meaning this will be my most relevant ceiling and floor in this case. Okay, so from here, right, that ship have sailed. Look at that breakout right there from a pennant I'm trying to say earlier. Ito yung pennant natin kanina, right? Kung makikita nyo, nagkakaroon siya ng ganito, right? May constriction dito ng konti. Then eventually, the price have broken through. So if you were trading based on chart patterns, you were able to catch this. And for me, I wasn't able to do so, right? So ibig sabihin, the next plan now is since we have not set in order there, right? Tingnan ko nga, wala rin akong paglalagyan ng entry price ko. This is a double inside bar breakout. So possibly doon, pero I don't usually do that for myself. Sometimes I do, pero I find it not so very effective for my trading style. So kahit nakita ko yan kanina, hindi ko rin siya kukunin. So tingnan nga natin si H1, a beautiful reversal here. Pero nga sabi ko kanina, yun, right? That ship have sailed, ladies and gentlemen. So para sa akin, ayoko nang habulin yan. A pullback is much better for me. So ibig sabihin, okay, as conservative as we want to be, we want to see the price pull back first after a big break na or breakout na ganito. So if you notice, this is not so average bar size, right? In this series of bars that you see. And every time you see something like that, parang ganito, look at the market correcting then, right? Few bars after, if not the next bar right away, 'di ba? So parang ganito. Another example, let me have it in pink this time, right? Pansinin niyo to. Okay, itong malaking bar, hindi na yan, eventually nag-correct siya. Yung malaking bar ulit, eventually nag-correct siya. So ibig sabihin, ayoko na habulin yan. For some, they want to go and trade the correction. Sometimes I do that. Right? Recently, I have not been very successful with that. With the correction trade. So I want to be a little bit more conservative for the month of June. Okay. So my correction trades has not been very successful for May. So I want to veer away from that. Kumbaga sabi nga nila kung yung approach medyo hindi gumagana sa current na situation, right? And then kumbaga hanap ka na ibang approach kung saan ka mas magiging komportable, 'di ba? All right. So from here, I would say I would like to wait for a pullback again. Yeah, close to the EMA. Doon ako maghahanap ng buy, right, for a continuation. All right. So I have two options, H1 and the 15-minute chart, which has my EMA there as well. So I will be looking for a pullback very close to the EMAs. Okay, if not touching really, doon ako maghahanap ng entry price again. Okay. So that's my trading plan for AUD/USD. So from here, same concept yung i-apply natin from identifying support and resistance and identifying which time frame where I want to get in. Right? So again, this is AUD/USD. Okay? So yun yung trading plan natin. I have two options. I have H1 or 15 minutes to wait for that pullback. Anyway, we have a much bigger room pa naman din for a buy. Take note lang, I'm not saying it is guaranteed to pull back 100% of the time. Kasi kung 100% of the time yan, marami po akong trades for the month of May na medyo tawag dito, pullback yung approach pero hindi siya ganun ka-profitable for me. So there are times talaga na parang yun yung ina-expect mo pero the market will do the other. Yeah. Right? So kaya again, napaka-importante ng stop loss mo just in case the market won't go in your favor, right? On that certain scenario, you won't lose everything on your account. You are always protected by your stop loss, all right? So for the people who were asking as well, how much of your account should be exposed in every single trade, I am looking at a minimum of 2, maximum of 5% per trade. Okay, you can go as low as 1% if you want. Okay, so from here, right, yun ang magiging plano natin. All right, so I hope everyone got that on AUD/USD. If you did not, you can go and replay this video so you can go back to those things I've mentioned. All right, so I would like to apply that on the next currency pairs that we'll be going through now. So Euro US. All right, so going back, no horizontal lines there, meaning we have not set support and resistance here. So let's go and do that now. All right, so pinaka-obvious again, focusing on the last 3 months data. Okay, saan yung pinaka-obvious na nakikita ko? Ito yung pinakauna, right? Sorry, ito yung pinaka-malapit, I mean, to the current price. If you do not feel like this is really a relevant resistance for you, that's totally fine. You can always zoom out further and find the most relevant level. So technically, if you zoom out more than 3 months, you will see that back in about almost the same month, pero 2 years ago, this was a strong floor level where the price have broken through. And very recently lang yan na breakout to. Now it's testing that level again. All right, so kumbaga, yes, I would take that as my relevant ceiling right now. And very obvious that I will take this low right here because I cannot say na yung low kaagad doon ang iti-take ko as a floor. So just like building levels, ito yung pinaka-relevant na level for me right now. Just in case the price breaks through, then saka ko lang i-consider yung pinaka nasa ilalim. Alright? So going back to the current price now, tingnan natin kung may mahanap pa tayong mas relevant for a floor level for us. Going back to my bars. There you go. So this is my Euro US. Beautiful trend right here. A little pullback but hindi talaga siya tumama sa EMA. That's still considerably good, right? Then you have that extension right there. Then another pullback here. So ibig sabihin, we're seeing momentum here that can possibly, again, possibly, not guaranteed, to break through this resistance. But then again, kailangan niyang pagdaanan itong tinatawag nating ascending triangle. Titingnan natin kung may pressure from the buyers, or else if hindi nangyari yan, baka mag-sideways lang siya dito pag hindi talaga kaya ni buyers i-break tong resistance na to. Okay? So for the people who will be looking for a short-term buy, pwede tayong maghanap dito ng buy papunta lang doon sa resistance. Okay? Kasi kung sa daily ko siya isa-set, usually I always look at the previous bar as my entry to watch out for the breakout. So mangyayari niyan dito yung entry ko. So medyo a little bit challenging kasi baka maging false breakout bumalik. Tama? So hindi ko yan iti-take on the daily chart. Tingnan natin kay H4. Do we have H4 agreeing to the trend that we're seeing based on D1? Not really. If you look at the swings and the waves right here, or cycles for some, okay? So walang momentum, right? I'll make it orange. Kumbaga, this one is higher than the previous. That's very good. Pressure from the buyer is good from here. Pero nung umabot dito, mapapansin nyo, right? Nawala yung momentum. Ito mas lower na dun sa baba. Okay? So, nawawala yung consistency nitong move na ina-expect natin on a lower time frame though. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, do we see buyer pressure now? Not really for me personally. So, I'm kind of hesitant to go and take that trade there. All right. For some, probably you are using indicators such as like RSI, MACD, or maybe stochastic oscillator to identify momentum. Yes, you can do that. For example, right here, let's validate this very quickly. Now look at that. We are in the middle of that 50% of the RSI. So ibig sabihin, you're seeing this move right here, push the pressure here. So parang hindi kinakaya ng sellers naman na talagang pumunta doon sa oversold level. So 50-50 level right here is not a good number for me to get in pag nasa gitna din naman siya ng ceiling and floor. So kumbaga it's neither going up nor going down here. It can consolidate there and do the breakout. So let's see what's gonna happen next. So there's no confidence on taking either a buy or a sell there. Let me just bring this lower. And let's go to a lower time frame. Let's see if we can find something. Look at the lower time frame, not agreeing with our D1, nagpo-push siya dito pababa. So kung makikita nyo, there's mixed signal there from a higher time frame down to the lower time frame. We want to see these time frames pointing the same direction. That gives us a higher probability trade, right? But if they're not pointing the same direction, yeah, we're not really seeing it, all right? Oh yeah, thank you so much, Nesh. Yeah, we were looking at XAU USD earlier, right? We'll be going back to that in a bit, which is, yeah, there you go. For the people who have a buy order here, look at that spike there. There you go. I got mine early somewhere here, right? Nung nag-struggle siya, but for Mark Iglesias and Nesh, I believe you guys are on gold. Now, just watch out for this one. Parang yung pullback na yon. So kung mapapansin nyo, may correction doon. Balikan natin siya mamaya ha, kasi hindi na rin tayo makakapaglagay ng buy order dyan kung wala pa kayong buy order ngayon. Kanina po yung magandang buy order when it was touching this level or close to this level. And this one as a bullish engulfing. Beautiful. Alright, so balikan natin yan mamaya. Alright, thanks so much for reminding me that. So Euro US, going back, there's a bit of pressure from the sellers here. Right? Pero nagkakaroon tayo ng parang symmetrical triangle dito. So, there's no clear strength who's really dominating the market. But it seems like the seller can push this short term. We'll see how it goes for the next few hours. All right. Do we see or are we expecting for high impact news tonight on the dollar or the euro to expect these things to move? Right? Well, tingnan natin. Very quickly lang. Tingnan natin dito. Oops, sorry. Calendar. I'm just checking the calendar here very quickly for me or from my end, just to give you an idea if we are expecting something continuously tonight. Because earlier today, we had high impact news primarily for Australia and the yen, right? And I think na-release na rin kaninang hapon yung kay UK, which is like alas 2 ata or alas 3 na ba yan, right? So parang ganun. Nothing on the euro that I'm expecting as a very high impact news, but you have French manufacturing PMI tonight. Oh, sorry, that was already released, by the way. Yeah. And as I scroll down, and there you go. Yep, yun pa yung hindi natin nakikita doon. Today. Ayan. So we have PMI reports for the dollar as well. And take note, by the way, too, that this week is non-farm payroll week. So we would expect for back-to-back-to-back high impact news relating to the dollar, right? So in fact, we are to expect for the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics to show us a bit of a number of job openings or the non-farm as well. Or sorry, the what you call this, the unemployment rate anytime soon. All right. So that goes the same with ECB or for euro. Yeah. As we speak right now, there is currently a press conference that involves the ECB, which is the European Central Bank, right? And President Lagarde, right, is currently speaking. So let's see kung ano man yung announcement niya, kung makaka-apekto ba to. So there could be a very good chance for the sellers to push this momentum right here short term. Okay? Tingnan natin kung mangyayari ba yan. Alright? Kasi kung titingnan din natin sa currency correlation, if the gold is spiking now, right, there's a very good chance, right? There's a very good chance, as I have seen it, okay, that Euro USD can move the same direction as well kasi mataas yung correlation nila, positive correlation nila. Ibig sabihin, if gold is moving up, Euro USD is likely to go up. So tingnan natin, baka ang maapektuhan dito kung maging negative correlated sila tonight, baka maapektuhan ito nung news na sinasabi ko sa inyo na currently President Lagarde is speaking. Pero as you see it spike here, we are seeing that correlation happening now. Yung gold nag-spike, Euro US is also spiking. Difference lang is, wala kasi akong makitang strong level where I can put in my entry price right now, though it's becoming a, what you call this, a low test bar here. So, I want to see more of the Euro US, right? So, ibig sabihin, this is a wait and see for me now. Or for tonight. Okay? So GBP USD, I have a pending order there for the daily chart as I want to see it break out tonight. Okay? Pero for since kaninang umaga, dun pa rin siya nagbabounce sa ating EMA. So if you were able to catch that bounce there from earlier today, so you should be, if not up by about 20 pips something, right? So somewhere there if you took that trade on a lower time frame. Pero if you're already in the position, I am suggesting for you to go and check 1.2624 resistance. Tingnan nyo kung magiging relevant sa trade ninyo. Okay? So for everyone's benefit, let me remove everything on my chart here, right? Okay? So you'll know where I am getting these levels from. Okay? Going back to my lines here, right? So kung mapapansin nyo, dyan yan, right? Tapos yung pinakababa dito, pwede mong i-conservative ka nandito konti kung gusto mo dyan, right? Tapos saan yung isang kanina? Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry, that was a trend line. So yung trend line naman na yon is yung nasa yung ano natin, yung long-term downtrend niya. So kung mapapansin nyo, may downward swing kayo dito na potentially can also be a continuation of this long-term downtrend, especially if you are a big fan of drawing your Fibonacci numbers, right, with the trend. Look at that. We are actually sitting on a level where it can possibly reverse, right? You're sitting on that 50% fib. Kaya nga ako, I'm waiting for that breakout, right? And let's see how it goes from there. All right? Tingnan natin. Anyway, can you still get in now? Tingnan natin on a lower time frame. Okay? So if you want to be conservative, is my lower time frame agreeing with my D1? Not really. Yeah, my lower time frame is actually pointing that direction. So ibig sabihin, right? I could possibly take a sell here knowing that I'm taking that trade against my D1 trend. Okay? Understanding that yes, if D1 trend is sorry, let me just show you that yung D1 trend na sinasabi ko, itong pinaka recent lang, yeah, so going in that direction, ito yung kasi parang though nasa D1 chart tayo, yeah, ito kasi parang nagiging long term niya to oops, hindi gumagalaw yung chart ko, okay, ito yung long term downtrend niya, pero yung recent lang, ito lang yung D1 na uptrend na sinasabi ko. So technically, if we go for a sell, we're taking against this trade right here dun sa ating D1 na trend. So ibig sabihin, ang goal ko lang is makita siyang mag-breakout doon at magtuloy-tuloy, pero mukhang ayaw pa nila sellers payagan to. So ibig sabihin, interestingly, if we go to the 1 hourly chart, we are seeing this bit of support and resistance, or what you call this. For me personally, I call it the zone, right? Where I can see a bit of a rejection here, short term, right? Then you have this consolidation here, a bit of rejection here too in the past. So ibig sabihin, this is acting as a significant floor at the moment. Kasi kung hindi yan significant, eh, nagtuloy-tuloy na to kanina, di ba? So tinetest niya yung level na yan. So let me see. Am I interested for a short-term sell? Yes, I am. Short-term sell muna kung hindi naman mag-spike yan papunta doon. Tingnan natin. Yeah, let me test how we can go about this. Where's my tool? Okay, so let me see if we can go and catch a few pips right here. Tingnan natin kung may konting correction dyan. Sorry, a move in that direction. So, ibig sabihin, kung magsasell man ako, papunta siya dito, ang entry price ko is pumasok dun sa zone. Hindi ako maglalagay ng take profit below the zone, but instead yung take profit ko nandun lang sa loob. Ibig sabihin, if the price goes down here and bounce back up, ibig sabihin I should be taking the profit here, right? Pero kung mag-breakout man siya, well, then good. Tapos, i-reassess na lang natin kung ano mangyayari dun sa breakout na yon. So, we have about 3 minutes, yeah, for this bar to end. Tingnan natin pag tumama siya doon, or 2 minutes now. Pag tumama siya doon, then that's a sell that we want to be in. Okay, balikan ko lang siya exactly at 9 o'clock. Alright? Kasi parang mas gugustuhin ko na mag-at market pag bumaba na siya dito. Kasi bakit? Pag nag-set ako ng pending order, hindi na ako makakapaglagay ng expiry. So, ibig sabihin, baka makalimutan ko siya bigla after ng session natin at matrigger siya at biglang nag-spike doon. Pero hindi na itong bar na to. Yung next bar na. So, yeah. So, ayoko ding mangyari yan. Right? So, but anyway, before, right, balikan ko yan. Puntahan lang natin mabilis sa NZD-USD, which also have a high correlation with gold. As you notice, price is moving up there. So, ibig sabihin, si dollar yen yung may negative or opposite correlation pagdating kay, what you call this, kay gold, right? So, at least on the daily, it is ranging somewhere at, what is it now? It's about 86-85%, yeah, positively correlated with gold. Itong mga currency pairs na tinitingnan natin so far, right? So, from AUD-USD, Euro-USD, GBP-USD, NZD-USD, right? Nandiyan sa range na yun, 70 to 80%. In fact, almost 90% nga si GBP-USD, right? Siya yung pinakamataas ngayon at 87%. But let's see, yeah. That's a beautiful spike right there. Kanina, pababa yung atin. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, right? Medyo hindi nag-agree si H4, pero right? Baka biglang mag-spike yon. So, I'm still more comfortable on NZD-USD for a buy, a breakout from this one. Tingnan natin kung kakayanin. Again, just to give you a view of where this line is coming from, obviously, right? From this one right here. Yeah, that's the ceiling that I'm trying to see if the price can break through, right? That's a previous floor as well. So, we're actually, yeah, seeing this being relevant and significant to the price now. So, if I zoom out further, well, look at that floor that I have set. Tumatama din siya dito. So, there are times in the past that this level have become significant. If you want to be a little conservative, you can have that line really touching the trough here as you go for the peaks as that level goes. All right. So from here, eto mas comfortable ako to set a pending order, right? Kasi hindi naman natin to babantayan. Medyo malayo-layo pa siya from our desired entry price. So again, as conservative as we want to be, we are setting the trades on levels we don't want to go and closely monitor all the time. So expiry for this trade is 23.59, right? Stop loss is at 0.6471. I like the odd numbers. And 1:1 will be at 0.66. Interesting number. 667. So, kung may mga pamahiin po kayo, baka gusto nyo palitan yung number na yan. Pero sa akin, it's more on the entry price than the take profit. Take profit is something that we can adjust all the time, right? Though same with stop loss, wag lang away. This is a no-no. What you can do is to trail your stop later on once you start making money. So, let's see if the D1 trade will push that breakout from that ceiling. If not, that trade should expire. Okay? But anyway, going to USD CAD now. All right? So USD CAD, again, kung mapapansin nyo, nandito na tayo nakafocus sa mga dollar based pairs. Alright? So, mag-iiba din ang tawag natin dito, ang correlation nito. So, ibig sabihin, mapapansin nyo, habang tumataas kay gold, since nabanggit natin si gold, habang tumataas si gold, mapapansin nyo yung dollar paired currency or dollar based currencies, right, ay bumababa in this direction. So, is it guaranteed 100% of the time? No. But, yeah, that's something that you can use as well if you are having double positions on gold and other currency pairs. All right. So, from here on the daily chart, unang reaction ko is beautiful breakout, pullback muna tayo before we can go and sell again. Right? So, ibig sabihin, I wish the price to go up first. Yeah? But if you want to be a little aggressive, you are looking at an H4. There you go. Still moving in our favor for that sell. Okay? Pero then again, right, if you weren't able to catch that already, that's totally fine. But what we're seeing here, look at that. Push, push. Yeah. So, ibig sabihin, I want the price to go back to the orange so we can sell again. Pero watch out lang ng konti simply because the price have broken through a ceiling or sorry, a floor. So, baka mangyari yung pullback na inaasahan natin. So, for conservative traders, you might want to wait for the pullback then sell ulit coming from the ceiling, right? Or for the ones who are a little bit aggressive, then you want to go for that pullback trade if you wish to, or go for the continuation. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang gusto mong makita na mangyari sa iyo is something that happened in the past right here. After ng crossover, nagtuloy-tuloy hanggang floor. Can it happen again? Yes, of course. Is it guaranteed to happen 100% of the time? No. Okay? Kaya nga, if you're not comfortable on chasing the trade or the trend, then you might want to wait for the pullback before you get in. Okay? Where do you want to see this pullback happen? Probably on a much lower time frame, like H4 or H1 if you want to go and get in a little earlier. So technically, in this case, right, a little pullback here is something that I would like to see for a sell again on USD CAD. Okay? So another sell. Antay lang tayo ng konti. I'm going as low as 15-minute chart. So tingnan natin yan. 18 pips away from the potential placement ni EMA. On our 15-minute chart, there's a potential continuation there given that there's a shooting star. Pero tingnan pa rin natin. Pullback is still better, right? For me, I find more confidence trading the bounce more than the extension. I'm not sure if you've heard about that, but let me repeat that. Trade the bounce, not the extension, right? Okay? Ano ibig sabihin nun? mas madaling mahuli. Let's imagine it's a game of basketball, right? Mas madaling mahuli yung bola pag mas malapit siya sa floor, right? I-anticipate mo yung bounce kesa yung tumalbog na siya saka mo siya hahabulin at tatalon ka ng sabay. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but yeah, that's how I want to see it. Okay? So, anticipate ko pa lang yung bounce niya, huli ko na kaagad kesa habulin ko nung after na ng bounce, right? So, yeah, yun ang gusto ko pong sabihin. Right? But anyway, yeah, a pullback is much better before I want to go and chase that. So moving on to USD CHF here. Look at those lines right there. Again, very quickly, I would like to remove those lines so you guys have an idea of where these lines are coming from. So let's zoom out a little bit kasi kung mapapansin nyo, if I will just focus on the last 3 months data, look at this very, very unusual spike, then drop naman for USD CHF, right? For this series, right? Pero generally, is it unusual for USD CHF? Not really. Look at that, right? There are instances na talagang, kumbaga, nangyayari talaga sa kanya yan. Look at this. Well, this is when the pandemic was announced, so that's an exemption. But look at this. There you go. So it's not a new thing for USD CHF. Pero sabihin natin, kailangan din natin makita kung may mga limitations or may ceilings and floors ba siyang pwedeng tamaan. So, ibig sabihin, from here, I'm taking this as my floor. Kung mapapansin nyo, yan yung pinakamalapit right now, right, na tinetest niya. Then, if we go and do this, it will go to this one right here. There. Oh, sorry. Oh, I think that was a 4-hourly. Sorry. Let me just go back. Yeah, I believe I draw that on a 4-hourly chart. Pero sige, pakita ko muna sa inyo yung daily. Okay, yan. So ito yung mga levels. Ito yung next somewhere here. Yan yung pinaka-obvious. Kasi pag binalik ko na yung mga lines, yan yung mga touches niya. So anyway, I still need to go back to the current price at doon ako mas magde-decide. Okay? So mapapansin niyo yan, nandito pa rin siya pero likely to go in that direction. Okay? So ibig sabihin, we are actually looking at a potential weak dollar, right, for the next couple of days. Pero again, that could be wrong and this price can go there, right? Makikita din natin ang view na yan when we check USD JPY. Okay? So ibig sabihin, if this is where the price is currently pointing towards to, a pullback, yes, we love that. Then, for me on the daily chart, I would like to take this trade entry price here for tomorrow. This is a beautiful, beautiful shooting star there. If that will be confirmed, then we can have USD CHF pointing in that direction for the next couple of days, right? If not, I would like to wait for H4 to point the same direction, okay, before a sell. Pero, eto na yung pero natin. If the lower time frame remains to be pointing in that direction till tomorrow, ibig sabihin, there's a very good chance that we could expect for this move to happen instead on the lower time frame, which will be the catalyst of the reversal, okay, which will be the catalyst of your reversal from the daily chart, and you will see something like this from here. Okay? So, ibig sabihin ako, unahin ko lagi priority ko si D1. At kung nakikita kong yes, may potential early reversal on a lower time frame, saka lang ako magpa-prioritize ng lower time frame. That is. Okay? Lalo na pag yung mga levels na, pag tumatama siya sa levels like support or resistance. Kasi usually, itong mga EMA reversal will come, right, a little bit late than, or lahat naman ng indicator or lagging indicator because it will just follow where the price action is. Okay? Kaya nga, mas maganda pa rin kung naintindihan natin kung paano basahin, intindihin si price action as well. Okay? So, lower time frame, H4 is not pointing the same direction, right? H1 is, right? And that is something that I find very interesting, yeah? Can this be the breakout that we want? Possibly, yes. Breakout, or the bounce, I mean, yung reversal na yon, possibly, yes. Look at that momentum. Okay? Pero malayo-layo talaga yung habulin nyo, no? About 26 pips, and we have still an hour to go with that. Possibly. Well, tingnan natin. 30 minutes yan. Eto. Okay, this is interesting too. Look at that. I think I like this on the 15-minute chart. And we have about 5 minutes there. Can we go for a 10 pipper here? Let's see. Yeah. Sorry. Nalampasan na natin si ano. Malamang hindi talaga. Yun nga, ito yung sinasabi ko, hindi talaga siya bumalik. So, yeah. Kasi nakikita ko tong opposite niya dito. 5 minutes in. I like that. Let's see if we can have a 10 pipper trade there. Okay. So, my entry price would be, okay. Apply stop order. This one. Oh, yeah. High 10, 96.13. I would love that. 0.9613 will be my entry price. Okay. If we go for a quick look on, this one right here, that's just 8 pips average for the last bar. So ibig sabihin, I need to move my stop loss a little bit lower at 95.91. Okay, 95.91. Oh, sorry, that's 0.9591. 0.9591. There you go. And that should expire in 15 minutes. Okay, set natin. This is intended to be a 10 pipper trade. Okay, so take profit should be somewhere at this one lang, or maybe lower. 96.24. Okay. So let's see if that goes. Pag ayaw naman din, ka-cancel natin siya in 4 minutes. Right? USD JPY is spiking again. Right? Trying to break the next ceiling. Right? I was anticipating for this to reverse in that direction. Pero or sorry, starting from last night pa from this direction here. So but initially I was expecting for this continuation downwards pero hindi nangyari. So I was waiting for it to hit the resistance. It touched the resistance last night pero hindi pa rin siya tumuloy. Binibreak niya pa rin yan. So kung ibig sabihin may intention pa rin si USD JPY na pumunta doon. Well, it doesn't mean that the dollar is really strong kasi as you notice, USD CHF, yeah, and USD CAD is pointing downwards. Bakit nangyayari yon? Well, sabi ko nga kanina, there were high impact news not just from today, but for the last couple of days involving the yen. So, yeah, for me, that's the obvious reason why USD JPY is moving in the direction that we are seeing now. So, those high impact news are really, really, yeah, living for its name to its name na high impact news na it's really high impacting the dollar USD JPY's move right now, right? If you go and have the chance later on and check all the yen pairs, they are actually moving in that direction. So doon ko siya nakuhanan ng confirmation, right? So from here, if if that breakout can be confirmed, that confirmation will come from this pullback right here and price bouncing off that level. All right? Kung hindi man agad-agad, so ito yung magiging resistance natin. So I would say that this is becoming the resistance here right now. So ibig sabihin, tingnan natin yung bounce na yan. Yeah, anytime soon. All right? So tingnan natin on USD JPY. Now, going to gold, which is hitting the resistance now. So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Look at that. So we are testing this resistance and the EMAs as well. So just to give everyone the idea where these lines are coming from, just like what we have done earlier today. Tanggalin ko lang si RSI mabilis para mas may room tayo. Okay? So these lines or levels are coming from, kung makikita nyo, of course yung from last month lang. Dito I move it a little higher actually, pero if I go and check the historical data and say, ito yung dati niyang ceiling. So it's being tested again now. Right? Tapos yung midline natin is coming from this level. So ito yung binrake niya, okay? From last night, okay? And the very recent floor would be coming from this one. So pag hindi talaga, then baka bumaba pa siya at this level. All right? So itong pinakamababa na level na to will only become relevant to me if the price breaks through. So kanina, yun ang nag-hold na support level. Punta lang ako sa H4, pakita ko sa inyo. Ito na yung line na yan, yung pangatlo. Right? So pag kung hindi nag-hold yan, then malamang hanggang papunta siya dito. So for Sir Nits, right? Good job. Naka-hold yung ano niya dito. So I would assume that your gold buy trade is now recovering. Yeah. Let's see how it can go for the next couple of hours. So watch out for this resistance at 1847.64. Yeah, that's the level that I have right now. Kung hindi yan at mag-hesitate dito, right? I would not recommend buying at this level. Wait for the breakout, pull back, then buy again towards the next ceiling. All right? So that's the major currency pairs, including gold for today. So there are high impact news coming up this week. So everyone, please watch out for those as well, right? Especially if you are trading lower time frame like H1, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, okay? If you find trading the news a little bit challenging, all right, then I recommend for you not to, or I suggest not for you not to focus on the news or not focus on lower time frames as these news are being released, right? Kasi baka bigla kayo magulat, matamaan kayo ng whiplash, at kung hindi kayo handa na tanggapin yung loss na yon, medyo mabigat talaga siya, right? So, personally speaking, may mga ganun akong instances at hindi nyo po gugustuhin, right? Kung hindi nyo kaya siyang tanggapin, hindi nyo po gugustuhin ang magiging reaction nyo. So, kayo lang din po ang may control nun. Alright? So, again, trade based on the information that you see, not what you feel or think. Alright? Trade based on what you see. If you do not see the potential, do not take the trade. Right? If you see it, go for it. And for every article, news, analysis that you read, watch, or hear, always take the information with a grain of salt, right? And, of course, yeah, apply traders discretion. Yun, sabi niya, good job. Gaining na po. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Right, so for everyone, thank you so much for making time tonight. And we'll have the end of week market analysis on Friday. Okay? So for the people who have been requesting for that group, yeah, earlier today was very, very exciting because we have already created that group just today. Yeah, finalized everything. So if you're interested with that, yun yung group na saan kami nagpo-post ng mga trade ideas with Sir Nitz and everyone, right? Kagaya ni kay Sir Mark Iglesias kanina. So, yeah, we had a wonderful discussion on that page. So if you want and you're interested about that, let me know, message me, and I'll share you the link, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. And as always, trade safely, stay healthy, and may the pips be with you, everyone. You have a wonderful evening. I'll see you on the next session. For the guys in Zoom, just stay there. I'll be with you in a bit. Bye bye.